Okay, what's up, you guys? I'm going to do a video here just talking about what do I think is the best cardiovascular equipment you can kind of get for the house. And what I'm basing this off of are things that I base this whole channel off of, which is giving you guys essentially exercise recommendations, workouts that are very efficient, don't cost a lot of money, have a low footprint, low cost of entry, and things I just think are just the best bang for your buck. So. And also are available, like if I didn't say that already, because right now you just can't find things. So I'd recommend a lot of adjustable dumbbells and things like that that are good, but they're costing about 3 or 4 times as much money right now, which is kind of crazy. With that being said, though, this is for somebody who is, I'm getting questions about cardio a lot, and I can talk more about those later. I don't want to compare like cardio with resistance training in this workout, but really if you had to buy an item for the house that was just focusing on cardiovascular fitness, especially now since it's getting colder out and maybe you're not doing stuff like outside or whatever, what would I recommend? And if you're someone who says like, I don't want resistance training information, I don't want like weights, I don't want free weights, I just want something in my house that improves my fitness and is just compact enough, and that's all it is. Very something, no mindless thing, kind of jump on, which is why a lot of people buy treadmills and ellipticals for their house. They just want something that they can or a bike. They just want something they can kind of get on, watch TV, zone out, improve their fitness, and then that's it basically, or their cardiovascular fitness specifically. But assuming you can, tailor that with some calisthenics, push-ups, whatever, pull-ups, that would be good too. I'm just gonna jump right to the chase on this one. Cut to the chase, okay? Because I'm going to skip a lot of the fluff. I can talk about it. I'm gonna say what the thing is. I'm gonna jump into it right now. All right, so the thing I would recommend is going to be an assault bike. So you guys see these fan bikes. I mean, they still make their Schwinn Airdynes. This is $600 and it says it's available. I kind of like this, the assault bike. Even though I have a Schwinn, I kind of heard this is still, as far as fitting wise, this is a little better. But this is what I'd recommend. If you want to go to the close second, you can go to the one above it. It would be something like this. I have it behind me, right? I have an old Schwinn Airdyne. The assault bike essentially kind of just mimicked that model and just improved upon it with more settings, but still kind of very rugged, utilitarian as far as its use. You can beat this thing up and withstands a beating. I know Rogue Fitness makes another one too, but what I like about this is that essentially it's available, it's still very inexpensive, and just from my own experience, this is all you really would need. I could talk about this for a while, but the biggest benefits why I recommend something like this, for those 2 people I prefaced the video with, if you just want something really efficient and effective in your house, this would be it versus even a treadmill or elliptical, because treadmills and ellipticals, even though they're fairly low impact, they have a tendency to kind of break if you get one of the cheaper ones. But also, I always hear people telling me how they have like ankle, knee, or even low back pain eventually. And why that kind of is if that's your only form of fitness and you're doing it every single day, that can kind of wear on you. I could argue, yeah, this would kind of do that too. But the beauty of the assault bike is one of the many benefits is that the harder you work on this bike, the harder it kind of pushes back. So it's basically it's always an efficient workout in the sense that you're never going to spend a lot of time with this thing. You could spend as little as 5 minutes, 10 minutes on that at a really high intensity, like a 1 minute hard as you can, or 30 seconds hard as you can, 30 seconds or a minute off, and do that as long as you feel comfortable. You could do a steady state by running at a certain kilometer, cycling at a certain kilometer and keeping that at a certain distance in the fan. That's a hard workout. Tons of different workouts you can find online, but the point is you're not going to be on this thing for a long period of time. And you also get the advantage of like really hard, you can work the upper body a little bit more. Again, it's not the same thing with resistance training, but I feel like it's somewhat resistant-esque. It's a great machine where like, it's the closest equivalent I can say that if I wanted to like go out and just go sprint outside, not that it's a big deal, but some people start like looking at you for some crazy person doing sprints up and down the sidewalk. Yeah, you can go to a park, but I feel like I get the same benefit. I can just hop on this machine if I want a hard interval or I want to do something that's just to literally kind of blow off steam. Jump on this thing and go all out for a few seconds. It's the closest equivalent to sprinting. And I'm not trying to do a whole debate about like high intensity interval training versus long, slow, steady state cardio. I think they both have their kind of merits and benefits. I just like stuff like this because of its efficiency. Now, a close second, what is on my list is a Concept 2 rower. Amazon had a couple highly rated rowers that were fairly inexpensive, people liked. I just love Concept 2 rowers, and some of you guys might know what they are. They essentially set the stage for rowers. But what I like about them is, first and foremost, is they're very, very reliable. They are kind of expensive. They're like $1,000, $1,200. They're getting harder to find though right now, but mostly because you can use this little computer, and when it's calibrated, put the code into the computer and kind of see where you rank on a profile. Kind of similar to the whole phenomenon of like the whole Peloton thing, where people are loving like indoor bikes, but it's competitive. Obviously, that's a higher price point entry. Those Pelotons are like, I think like $2,000 or something like that, not including the monthly subscription. That might be worth it if you're going to use it. I mean, the best form of cardio is the ones you're going to use. I just think for the workouts I like, if you watch this channel, you want so much kind of cheaper, inefficient, extraordinary kind of bang for your buck as far as what you get in is what you get out. It would be something like this. And I think it is a fairly low cost of entry for a product that's very reliable and is going to last you. So I could talk forever about this particular machine. I just wanted to kind of share with you guys what I do, because some people ask me like, what do I do for cardio? It's this thing. It's the Aerodyne behind me. Granted, there's some days I go out and just like go run for a little bit. I don't do as much cardio as maybe I should, or I don't know if that's really necessary. That's not really honest. I don't know if I really need to do that much compared to other stuff I do. It's a whole other debate. But my point is, if I want something to do as far as just getting a mindless cardio workout, or just to do something on my off day where I'm not thinking about what to do, or just listen to something like a podcast, whatever, or just to kind of get in the zone, just kind of get, like I said, blow off some steam, it would be this machine for a number of reasons, and I think the benefits of it greatly pay off. So kind of a short video, just something I'd recommend that people have been asking about. It would be, again, picking up an assault bike for the house for cardiorespiratory fitness. Or if you can find one of those, an Aerodyne at like at a garage sale like I did. This was years ago though, but I found one for like $50. That's also obviously a steal too, and that thing's held up totally fine throughout the years. I had a whole video about that. I said that's the greatest machine of all time as far as for the house for a number of reasons. But that's it. Thanks again for watching.